working as an MLA is not that much a difficult task, but being in politics, handling our own karyakartas and countering what the other parties are doing, these things are the challenges in politics. But I never thought I would enter into active politics, and that too I would contest elections. So here we are. So we have been following Yathindra, who is campaigning for his father and who is former Chief Minister of Karnataka, Siddaramaiah. So here, here, politics, probably like the last 5 6 years, what has happened in your life is mostly of unplanned. The major decisions. One is joining politics, and now again not contesting the elections. This was also unplanned. So, uh, but now you're campaigning for your father. So, how is it to be campaigning and not being a contestant? Is not much difference. Whether I had contested or whether if I had contested also, then also the campaigning would be in the same way. But since this Varuna constituency has turned high profile because father is contesting, there is a little bit more competition. So I have to make sure that I reach out to each and every person in the constituency. So, first of all, just to bring it to the just let the people know about like your past and everything. So your entry to the politics was very unexpected. Unexpected. So, do you want to further continue in politics? See, as you said, I had never planned that I would come to politics. I had never dreamt of also that I would come to politics. I had interested in political issues. I used to discuss with my father and all, but I never thought I would enter into active politics, and that too I would contest elections. But since my brother died, because of his untimely demise, and father was CM at that time, and somebody had to look after the constituency. I just stepped in. At that time also, I didn't think that I would contest elections. I had my own doubts that whether I would be able to contest elections and win and all. But after working from 2016 to 2018, I gained a little bit of confidence, and the Karyakartas of our constituency, they are also favored my candidature last time. So that's why I contested, and I won also luckily. So after that, for 5 years, I worked as an MLA, which has given a lot of satisfaction also. But this time, since many of our leaders and Karyakartas thought that this is father's last elections, and he should contest from Varna only, because every time when he has won from Varuna, he has got lucky. First, he became a leader of the opposition. Then he became CM. So they thought he should contest from Varuna only for his last elections. So I also insisted my father to contest from Varuna since the people were asking for that. So, how do you rate yourself as a politician? Uh, I'm still learning, so I would only rate like 5 to 6 out of 10. How do you see yourself as politician for probably like 5 or 10 years from now? I don't know. Since I've never planned all these things, all things happened by itself. So organically it happened. So I don't think I'll plan for future 5 to 10 years. So whatever I have work in my hand, I will concentrate on that. Okay. So when you say like this election is the last elections of Siddaramaiah, is the last election of Siddaramaiah. He has already announced that this would be his last election. Okay. So now another point that you wanted to see is at the same time as an individual you do had a career before joining politics as a doctor, and also you ran a diagnostic center if I'm not wrong. So however, like every individual will have their own worries and concerns about their career. So how do you deal with those things? Actually, I think working as an MLA is easier than being a doctor, actually, because the only thing you have to listen to the people's problems and then direct it to the officials and ask them to solve those things. So, working as an MLA is not that much a difficult task, but
being in politics, handling our own karyakartas and countering what the other parties are doing. These things are the challenges in politics. That I'm still to learn. But luckily, in our constituency, Congress has been strong since our constituency has been formed. The other parties don't have much forte in our constituency. So these 5 years, I didn't have much problem.
So, Siddaramaiah is known as a strong socialist leader, and he has been following that ideology for a long time. So, besides Yathindra as son of Siddaramaiah, we don't know your political ideologies or the kind of opinions that you have as an individual.
My ideology has also been formed based on father's politics. I've grown seeing his politics, his ideology, and also a strong believer in his ideology of social justice and socialist politics.
Did you have any kind of differences in specific issues with your father?
Growing up, I had some, I couldn't understand his ideology fully. So at that time, I had some doubts about it. But as I grew up and as I saw the why father is doing that kind of politics, I understood it, and now I'm fully a follower of that kind of politics.
So now, like, what is the mood of the constituency?
Uh, have been campaigning for almost like 2 or 3 weeks. So everywhere, the people are fed up with the current regime. They are unhappy that the BJP government has not done anything for the poor people, for the common people, and they are also angry about the kind of corruption they have done. And they are also remembering the programs that father had given while he was a CM. Compared to the last election, this time they are showing they have they have become aware that those programs were really helping the poor people a lot, and so they want that kind of administration again, that kind of pro poor and pro common people administrations. So this time that they want to vote out the BJP and bring Congress back.
So these are few things that we listen to politicians or hear from politicians. But Siddaramaiah was an exception in this case. But he also again fell into the same category of this is my last elections. This word in Karnataka politics is very common. But Siddaramaiah again, this is the second time that he is saying this word.
Last time after completing his term as a chief minister, he wanted to really retire. Uh, uh, but you know, the BJP won. He thought Congress would win the election, so he wanted to bring Congress back to power and then retire from the politics. But that didn't happen, and so he wanted to continue and defeat BJP for the last time and bring Congress to power in the state.
Do you think the BJP's Somana factor is going to be is going to damage some of the prospects or some of the things in your constituency?
It's not like that. The BJP people they have fielded Suman answer with the caste calculations in mind, but that won't work here in Varuna constituency because the Varuna constituency people they have seen Father for so many years for the last 15 years. Varuna constituency itself was formed in 2018, so they have seen him. They have seen his work. They have seen the kind of programs he's given as a CM. They have seen the development he has done in the constituency. They know what kind of a the politician is, how committed he is to the cause of the people, and how he has worked for the downtrodden and the um, socially marginalized people. So, they this Somana factor won't dent our prospects much, and the cash calculations won't work in our constituency.
Don't you think that it is also a peculiar situation where a father will be contesting based on the performance of the son, and again son will
No,
be
no, no. He's not
campaigning?
contesting based on my performance because he has already done a lot to Varna constituency. In fact, in the last 5 years when I was MLA, most of the works he had approved, those works only continued because BJP government didn't give much funds to the constituency because one, I was a Congress MLA, and second, there was pandemic and there was floods and all. So they didn't give much funds to the constituency. whatever work he had approved in his government, those works only continued for the first 2 or 3 years. So people know that father has done a lot of nonsense. So he's contesting solely based on his own performance.
So how's been your routine during these elections?
As you've seen from, I usually start campaign by 9 o'clock in the
No,
morning.
if I may ask, like, can you elaborate, like, by what time you wake up and like,
Usually I get ready by 7:30 and leave home by 7:30. There will be some meeting some people, going to their houses, and all those things will be there from 7:30. And by 9 o'clock usually I start my campaign, and till 9 o'clock we will have permission to campaign. So the night, so from morning 9 to night 9 p.m. I campaign.
so for the next till May 10th or May 8th, so the campaign goes on.
Yeah, this is the same routine till the May.
So I also heard that the Karnataka Congress has found a good translator in you, and they want it to be done by you.
There are many
How hard is
translators.
that job?
It was not that difficult a job when Rahul Gandhi sir was speaking. But today, when Priyanka Gandhi ji was speaking, I found it a little bit difficult because I think her Hindi is very standardized Hindi, while Rahul Gandhi is very simple, and usually speaks for 1 or 2 sentences and then allows the translator to do his job. But Priyanka Gandhi ji usually speaks for he speaks like a whole paragraph, like for a longer time she speaks, and then allows the translators to speak. So it was a little bit difficult this time.
So did you know the significance of Varuna constituency even before you contested? Like this is one of the constituencies that the entire state will be watching it.
See, if I had contested, this constituency would not become such a high profile constituency. It would have not drawn so much attention. But since father is contesting, it has become the high profile constituency. But the last time,
But I
whatever
think
we,
it
we
has
had
got a historical significance as
historical significance in the sense,
in the sense he became when
yeah,
Siddaramaiah became opposition leader
yeah,
here.
that's what. If
Yeah, all these
if we had contested, if and I had contested somewhere else, then you would only have looked after the constituency. Our leaders would have looked after the constituency. So I would not have felt so much, pressure to campaign and all. If I had contested from Varna, then this would not have become so much high profile. Nobody would have hyped this constituency so much.
in 2018, some of the major seats that you used to win here, probably like H.C. Mahadeva, for example, all these seats, you lost those seats. So, how's the mood in this region now?
See, the last elections, we only in the Mysore rural district, we only three seats out of 8 seats, and in city, we only one seat out of 3 seats. So last elections, our performance was not that good in the district. But this time, I'm seeing that the entire district, people are favoring Congress party, and I'm sure out of the 11 constituencies, including the rural and city, we would at least 9 constituencies this time.
Nine constituencies. So this is again, I can consider these numbers as you have put.
That's what I got the feedback because all the candidates who are contesting, I know them how they are working, and they have also been telling that they would win this time.
One is that like what went into the drawing room before bringing Rakesh Siddaramaiah's son uh, to the election campaign.
So nobody went to the drawing room and did any strategy. He's only 17-year old, so he cannot enter politics now. He's giving his PUC second year exams also this May. So he's not entering politics. Only thing is he wanted to come and see how the nomination filing process is, and he wanted to wish father as a member of the family. So that's why he had come. That's all. And usually on the nomination filing day, there won't be any stage program. But this time, since it has turned into a high profile, and the other party had also done the stage program, we also did the stage program. That's why he had to come to stage. Otherwise, he would have come straight from the home to the Taluk Panchayat office and would have just filed it.
So, across state, not just about your constituency, across state, don't you think that Congress has failed to build a single narrative massively? Like you had issues and you have raised issues like PSI scam, 40% commission, all these things.
So we
But
have successfully built a narrative that this government is not doing anything for the poor or the common people, because in the last 4 years nobody can name a single popular program that they have given for the poor people. In fact, so many of the programs which we had started, they have just cut down on it. Like Krushi Bhagya, they have stopped. Anugraha Yojana, they have stopped. Vidya Siri, they have stopped. Anna Bhagya, they have reduced the rice. We were given 7 kgs of rice per each person, and they have reduced it to 5 kgs. Now, many people tell me they have reduced to 4 kgs. So many of the programs which we had started, they have stopped it or cut down on it. And for the Dalit community also, we had brought in a law that in the budget, the amount should be reserved for the Dalit community as per the population. So in the last final budget, father had given 28,000 crores for the Dalit community. After 5 years also, they have kept the same amount. It has to increase every year, but they have not increased it. So all these things, people are aware about it, and we have also made people aware about this. We have gone and tell the people that how BJP government has not doing anything for the poor people, and how they have denied the money that should have gone to the Dalit community. So people are aware it, and uh, every day they're doing some kind of scams and all those things. Media people have also exposed them. So we have also built that this is a corrupt government, and it's a fact also. So people are also aware about that. So a successful narrative has been built that this government is anti-poor, anti-people, and corrupt.